Advocate Adhur Prakash.
Sir, India has ranked among the top 4 countries, along with US, China, and the UK, in the AI ranking, with a 24% share of global. Sir, as per another ranking mentioned in the answer, we are at the top with the global share of 24% of all projects. It shows India has huge potential to explore the essential of AI. Sir, various sectors in our country is witnessing fast adoption of artificial intelligence technologies. Artificial intelligence has the potential to address many critical challenges, but at the same time it raises some serious concerns, including data privacy, ethical usage, etc. Sir, my question, there is no legal framework to govern the usage of artificial intelligence. Whether the government is planning legislation for regulating the use of artificial intelligence in the country.
Sir, it is about the integrated coach factory, sir. Over the decades, there is a demand and agitation for the establishment of integrated coach factory at Kazipet. This was also assured in AP Reorganization Act 2014. However, a letter from the ministry now mentions plans to develop a railway manufacturing unit at Kazipet. Hence, I request the Honorable Railway Minister to give a clarity on whether an integrated coach factory will be established at Kazipet or not. And the second one, realignment of railway bypass lines. The Government of India has proposed 2 railway bypass lines on either side of Warangal city in Telangana. The 2 bypass lines, one from Nashkal to Hasanparti and another from Nashkal to Chintalpalli, are dividing the Warangal city in a triangular manner, passing through valuable agricultural lands and residential zones, geoparadising the city's planned expansion and affecting overall growth of the city. It also affects the Mamnoor airport area, from where the Government of India has approved recently for operation of domestic flights. Will the Honorable Minister of Railways be pleased to inform the action taken to re-examine the proposals of bypass lines which are trisecting the Warangal city and hampering overall development of the city? The formation of new railway division at Kazipet. Sir.
The Speaker, sir.
अब supplementary दे देंगे आपको.
This is
Supplementary.
No main question.
Oral member supplementary.
Abhi supplementary.
Sir, formation of new railway division at Kazipet. The Government of India have decided to form a new railway zone with Visakhapatnam as zonal headquarters and forming Raigad division. With the new zone coming up there, is every justification for forming another division on South Central Railways, because Vijayawada, Guntur and Guntakal divisions, which are now on South Central Railways, will be merged into the new Visakhapatnam zone, leaving only Secunderabad, Hyderabad and Nanded divisions for SC Railway. Sir, I would like to know the steps taken for formation of the new division as Kazipet headquarters, which is contributing majorly for the earnings to railways. And the second question, increasing the number of platforms at Kazipet railway station. Presently, there are only 3 platforms existing in Kazipet railway station. Daily around 60 passenger trains and 15 to 20 goods trains are passing through the station. This is located on Secunderabad Balarsha, Vijayawada and Secunderabad Vijayawada routes. 3 directional trains are passing through this Kazipet railway station due to lack of sufficient platforms. Passenger trains are being stopped at outer stations, which is resulting in inconvenience to the passengers and causing delay in train timings.
Okay. Kumari Sudha R.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Question number 226.
अध्यक्ष जी,
मंत्री जी,
उत्तर सभा पटल पर रख दिया गया.
Honorable member.
Thank you, sir. I would like ask question through you to our Honorable Prime Minister. Is very well available here. Will the share of power allocation from Kudangulam and Kalpakam project to Tamil Nadu be increased, given the risk the state takes and the power need it has? My second question is, sir, the answer says 12 projects under the construction, but the list is only containing 11. Yes. Thank you.
Honorable member supplementary.
Sir, my second question is, the answer says 12 project under the construction, but listed only 11 project. Which is the 12th project? And kindly provide the project-wise completion date. Thank you.
माननीय श्री ईशा खान चौधरी जी, शून्यकाल।
I am bringing to the attention of the House and of the Jal Shakti Ministry an issue of immediate urgency. This one. Honorable Speaker, I am bringing to the attention of the House and of the Jal Shakti Ministry an issue of immediate urgency and national importance. I have spoken earlier about the problem of river erosion in my constituency of Malda Dakshin, which includes Malda and Murshidabad districts. This year, my constituency faces erosion in all 7 of my blocks. But today, I want to specifically focus your attention on the large-scale problems of Manikchak block of Malda district. At Bhutni Island of Manikchak, that has a population of over 2 lakhs, there has been a total collapse of the ring embankment, which was constructed by the late Shri A.B.A. Ganikhan Chaudhary, causing erosion and, as a result, large-scale flood of all 3 Gram Panchayats of the island. The sluice gates which expel water back into the rivers were ineffective, and the whole island remained in a semi-submerged state for 50 days in August and September of the year. 80,000 families faced the brunt of this erosion-caused flooding, and approximately 15,000 houses were fully or partially damaged. The power supply remained cut off for 35 days, compounding the suffering of the people. Some estimate that the total economic loss across all sectors at rupees 250 crores, with agriculture and land fisheries being the hardest hit sectors. The fear now is that the rivers that surround Bhutni, which include the Ganga and Fular, may merge and completely wash away the area. Madam Speaker, my request is that a large-scale plan is required for Bhutni Island and for Malda to stop erosion. I strongly demand that the central government, in cooperation with the government of Bengal, develop a large-term, large-scale vision to protect the destitute and suffering erosion-prone areas of Malda and to prevent further erosion. Thank you.
मणिकम टैगोर जी,
தலைவர் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு உறுப்பினர்கள் இருவரும் சொன்னது போல இந்த டங்ஸ்டன் சுரங்கத்தை பொறுத்தமட்டிலே மதுரை மாவட்டத்திலே அழகர் கோயில் மற்றும் அரிட்டாப்பட்டிக்கு நடுவிலே அமைவதற்காக மத்திய அரசு திட்டமிட்டிருக்கிறது என்பதும், அதற்காக வேதாந்தா நிறுவனத்திற்கு அள்ளி கொடுக்க போகிறது என்ற முடிவும் அதிர்ச்சியை தருகிறது. பாஜகவை பொறுத்தமட்டிலே தொடர்ந்து அழகர் கோயில் போன்ற இறை நம்பிக்கை உள்ள இடங்களையும் முருகனுடைய அறுபடை வீடுகளையும் அழிப்பதிலே பாஜக ஏன் இந்த துடிக்கிறது என்பது தெரியவில்லை. இந்த அரசை பொறுத்தமட்டிலே வேதாந்தாவா அல்லது கடவுளா என்றால் வேதாந்தாவோடு செல்கின்ற அரசாக இருக்கிறது. இதை தமிழக சட்டமன்ற தீர்மானத்துக்கு ஏற்று இந்த சுரங்கத்தை நிறுத்தி வைக்க வேண்டும் என்ற கோரிக்கையை வைக்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
धन्यवाद। माननीय सदस्य श्री सप्तगिरी शंकर ओलाका जी।
Thank you, Chairman, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to speak on a very important issue. Ma'am, I'd like to raise the issue of Polavaram Dam. This Polavaram project is a national project under the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act, which is commissioned in 2014. But, ma'am, the problem is this particular project, if it's commissioned, 162 villages in Malkangiri district will be submerged. 162 गांव डूब जाएंगे, हजारों एकड़ जमीन जाएंगे. इस प्रोजेक्ट का हम विरोध कर रहे हैं. ओडिशा की तरफ से जितने लोग हैं, ना सर्वे हुआ है, ना रिहैबिलिटेशन का कोई बात हुआ है, ना रीसेटलमेंट का बात हुआ है. जो सुना जा रहा है, ये प्रोजेक्ट अदानी को फिर से दिया जा रहा है. इसीलिए ये सरकार फिर से ये प्रोजेक्ट